Crazy, what? You are my fire, the one desire. I'm sorry, but the guy in the urinal next to me while I started singing that song really didn't appreciate it. Anyways, so like, I've been going out a lot, you know, trying to get back into the dating world. I've been single for about a year and a half now, which is the longest I've been single since 1999. That's true. Lonely. But so then I go out to bars and clubs and things like that, and at my age, it's really hard to go out to bars and things, because I see these girls, they're dressed in pretty much nothing, and then I find out they're like only like 21 or 19 with a fake ID. And you know, I'm having fun talking to them, but then after a little while of talking to them and finding out their age, and then I'm kind of walking away from them, kind of like how I got out of the back room of a porn store. A little sweaty, a little sticky, a little guilty, yet a little turned on at the same time. You know that feeling?
Yes. Yeah.
So then I start realizing, so these are the types of girls I really don't want to date. You know, those bar skanks, because I do feel a little sticky. But then there's other types of women that I really don't like dating, like blind chicks. Mainly because they just get clingy way too quickly. They're always trying to hold my hand, hold my arm, and it just doesn't feel right. It's too soon, too soon. My water keeps getting in the way of my notes. I don't know where I'm going here. So there's those types of girls. Then there's other types of girls that I really don't like dating. Like the girls, they're like really hot or skinny, and all of a sudden they put on the jacket, and I see them get on the crotch rocket, and they zoom off. I'm like, I really shouldn't have gotten her number, because that's really intimidating. A girl that can handle 600 horses between her legs, and I'm barely hung like a burro. Can't compete with that. So I usually end up going home alone. And so I'm always at my computer from loneliness, which I'm sure you can realize what I'm doing. But then I start thinking about something to make things easier. And because Americans are known for making things easier. So I was like, hey, what do you think about spray-on lube? Especially while you're at the computer, because that comes handy, because then your hands don't get as messy. But then I made the mistake of switching out that sprayer for the other sprayer that cleans your keyboard, and so I'm like, all of a sudden the H and the A become a lot more easier to use. But then I was writing my mother an email, and it just came out weird. I was like, Mom, I really miss you, and I think about you cooking all the time. Speaking of my mother, I remember the first day she found out that I was a commandolist. Commandolism? Okay, so I don't wear underwear. An occasional thong, but that was just because the girlfriend was out of the room and I was curious. It was a little more weird when her sister walked in and said, "What are you doing with my high heels?" Moving on. So my mom thought that was really gross, because she was doing my laundry. She goes, "You have no boxers in your laundry." I said, "Because I stopped wearing." She goes, "That's gross." I'm like, "How can you say that? My Lord and my Savior walked around in a bathrobe and sandals his entire life. I'm sorry, but that is the way to go." Okay. So yeah, I've been doing comedy for a little while. I took a long break. So I've been wanting to get back into comedy, which I'm doing really fun. It's been a blast because I've missed these guys so much. But I've been an actor for a very long time, and now I have more time. So I've always thought about getting an agent. But it's really hard to get an agent when you're short, fat, Mexican, and can't speak Spanish in New Mexico. So that guy, he knows. So by the time me and him got agents, they worked out of the back of a convenience store, and he got me my first gig, and I was so stoked. I was so excited. He's like, meet me at this hotel on the highway at like 1 a.m. in the morning. I'm like, okay. And so I drive out there and I show up and there's this really creepy, rickety hotel. There's like an old dog barking at me while I'm pulling up. I'm like, sweet, a horror movie. And the director's like, get naked. I'm like, sweet, it's that kind of horror movie. Is Nev Campbell coming? He's like, get lubed up. I'm like, what the fuck? Thank you guys, I'm Ua.
Ladies and gentlemen. Sarah Mal, what's up, dude?